Brother, one of my friend is arguing with me regarding establishing Khilafah. His view is that once we establish the Khilafah, everything will be all right. I am opposed of it. I said that first we should do dawah, and then he said that if you start doing dawah and you do whole life dawah in a social, secular country, what is the process that which will establish the Khilafah? Whole life you will continue and you will be a good Muslim, but you won't be able to Khilafah, which is the purpose of creation. So how to argue with this type of?
The brother posed the question. His friend says that once you establish Khilafah, all the problems will be solved. Which brother objected and said, I disagree with you. First you have to do dawah. And he said dawah is not required. So both of them are right and wrong also. As far as the question is concerned, that if you establish Khilafah, all problems will be solved, I'm with it 100%. He's right. Then you said you should do dawah first, you are right. What you should have said, I agree with you that Khilafah should be formed, but first you have to do dawah, otherwise how Khilafah will be formed? So you telling he's wrong is wrong. You should have said, I agree with you, but how will Khilafah come into existence? Unless you don't do dawah. So then you would have been right. But if you say that I disagree with you, that once Khilafah is formed, Khilafah takes place, then problem will be solved. That's a wrong argument. But your second part is right, that for Khilafah first do dawah. And he's saying that dawah is not required, he's wrong. So both of you are right and wrong also. So there are stages that if you want to make a building, you have to first make the foundation. You can't directly say that I want to make a 10-story building, I'll make 5 to 10-story. Where? In the air. So if Khilafah has to be established, look at the lifestyle of the Prophet Muhammad. You have a lifestyle divided into two parts, Makkah and Madani. In Makkah and Medina. In Makkah it was a different style. There was so much torture done. There were many of the Sahabas who wanted to retaliate. The Prophet said, for you, jihad is sabr. So many Sahabas, when torture was done, many Muslims were killed. They said, we will retaliate. He said, no, sabr. So jihad was, sabr means, be patient. And then when the time was right, when he went to Medina, time was right, he gave the permission in self-defense to go and fight. So everything has a strategy. So just by saying that in the air you want to build a castle, so look at the lifestyle of the Prophet and read the Quran, they will know how it should be established. So I do agree with you that dawah is important. That's what the Prophet did. He was one first, alone, one man. Then 5 joined him. Then there were more. Slowly it grew. 100, 1,000, 10,000. It grew. It wasn't just overnight. You can't say, I'm one and now I'll go and establish Khilafah. How can he? He had Allah's help. He could have done it. He was a messenger. You and I aren't messengers. But yet there was a particular way. Allah has His way. So look at the lifestyle of the Prophet. So dawah is a must. There's a base which has to be formed. First, before dawah, make yourself good on an individual level. See to it that I'm good. I want to establish Khilafah. I myself am away from Islam. How will I establish? Individual myself, then the family, then the society. It goes on spreading. Not that if one of my family members is not a good Muslim, I cannot do. I can continue. Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam family member weren't. His uncle, he didn't accept Islam, yet he continued. But it starts from within, then goes, it spreads, and then the levels keep on coming, and then finally is that. So aim is there. To reach there is there. Whether we reach or not, we are striving. We will get our reward. As long as you are following Quran and Sahih Hadith. But if you break any of the rules, you want to build a castle in the air, that's not possible. Hope that answers the question.